movie, Prey, which is the latest edition of the Predator franchise. So, Eliza, before we get started, where are you traveling from?
Oh, I was in Santa Barbara this weekend for a friend's wedding. So
Oh,
I was
nice.
out there from
Oh,
Thursday.
Yeah,
We flew
now
out Thursday.
now we remember. But because
nice.
I asked Couscous, I was like, where was she traveling from?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, I have no
I
idea.
I knew that y'all were on a trip. One, because you said last week, and then Chuck was posting a lot of stuff on the stories, but on his stories. But I was like, did he go without Eliza? He's only, your husband's only posting the fellas. You know what I
Well,
mean?
totally. Yeah. So like, this
So
is a funny one. So it was
a little
my
love on the
friend
gram.
Derek and my friends Derek and Melissa. So you guys know Derek because he was my roommate for
The
years at the
photographer,
Marion
right?
House. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
he's awesome.
I've had two roommate photographers. Most recently, that was Tommy, but the OG was Derek. So
Tommy,
like,
the poor man's Derek. No thanks.
oh please. But so Chuck was the best man in the
Oh, right
wedding.
on.
Wow.
Hmm. So he was there, and like all the you guys, like so many of my friends. So like Jeff, Tommy, Jared, me, they were all groomsmen. So
Nice.
Chuck was gone doing that pretty much most of the time. So I hung out with Ashley
Nice.
Cool.
and
All right.
Nice.
enjoyed, and it was great because we got to see so many of our friends that we. Even if they're in Colorado, like that we oh hold on, we've got a squeaky toy, terrible for podcasting, but look how cute it is otherwise.
Oh yeah, that was the one we had
Adorable.
to. I was looking at the other day.
Little T-Rex of the party hat. He's ready to
Last
party.
weekend.
Party
Party like
hat.
there's no tomorrow.
Ready to party. But yeah, so it was just a great trip. I'd never been to Santa Barbara before, and I loved it.
Nice.
It was
Nice.
gorgeous. Yeah, yeah. So we're back.
All,
I'm very sleepy. I'm gonna do my best to stay perky and
all right.
fun.
Well, let's get into it.
How,
Um. Oh,
how's
what?
everybody else this week?
We're fine.
Okay,
Oh,
all
it
Everyone's
was
right.
good. I
good.
went jet skiing yesterday.
That's
Oh,
how
is
you
that where
get
you were?
sunburn.
That's why I got my
Sweet.
sunburn. Bad.
It's awesome.
It was cool. It was like on the open ocean. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Open ocean. That yeah, I bet that is
Open.
fun.
The waves were hitting like it's crazy.
Born to be wild.
Born to
Yeah,
be
that's
wild.
awesome.
Yeah.
Born to be wild. Sorry, I'm
The very same.
Very
The
tired, I
very
can
same.
tell. Okay.
Well, Eliza forgot that we were live and recording this and
Recording.
showing it to other people.
Oh my God.
But my week was fine. It was
Yeah,
good.
my week was fine too.
Nothing notable.
Okay,
You know,
okay,
packing
cool.
up boxes.
Yeah, moving right
So
along.
All right, Luke, this
moving
was
right
your
along.
selection. So, why don't you give us a little synopsis and your take on it?
Okay.
Yeah, what
So
happened?
I think
What?
this movie starts out, with your main character, Naru,
Hmm.
I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Naru, and she's hunting.
Already off to a great start.
And she wants to. She's new and young in her tribe of. This I think this takes place what like it said 17 or 17 like 13.
I thought it was
17, I think.
17, 19
Something
in
like that,
like
yeah.
Oh,
Very
like
early
fucking
before
Montana or some
America
bullshit.
was created. But
well,
during the
well,
time when
well.
before the United States
When
was created.
was
There we go.
America
Oh.
born?
1776 is when we the
1776.
when America, right? Like, well, let's
The
not get into
United
this.
States. The United States
Yeah, let's
was
not get
created.
into it. Go on.
America.
But basically, you have
Uh,
your main character who's trying to prove themselves as a hunter, and the proving yourself as a hunter is hunting something that is trying to also hunt to you, and that ends up being your predator from a different planet.
Oh.
The main predator to I don't even know the main species.
how
I guess.
many predators are there? I have a lot of questions about
I
the
think it's
predator
There's
lore.
so many questions.
a lot of
Is there like
predators,
a
right?
couple of them? Is it like a whole planet, or are these just like some dick, like big game hunter guys from their planet? You
I
know?
think there is a whole planet because I think that there are comic books as well. Like, so My understanding
Ooh.
is in one of so this is the only no, this is not the only Predator movie I've ever seen. I saw one of the other Predator movies that came out fairly recently, like within the last 5 years with Boyd Holbrook and Alfie Allen. I have crushes on both of them, so
I like
that
Alfie
was
Allen.
my motivation. I like him too.
Freak.
Um, I'd
You
never
freak.
seen I'd never seen any of the Predators. I don't think that movie was very good, if I'm being totally honest, and it was very confusing. Now,
Sounds familiar.
You
I
got
do
predatored.
think that there was another Predator movie, and that in that Predator movie, there seemed to be many Predators who I think gave the gun that we see at the very end of this movie back to one of the characters. I was trying to get a sense of it. I watched a YouTube video and it's clearly helping me sound like an expert. So I'm glad I
I
did
mean, you
that.
sound pretty
Yeah, I
pretty
need to.
pretty knowledgeable
Oh
with
yeah,
I,
you're
me.
right on.
I need to check out like the predator iceberg video that is almost certainly on YouTube somewhere.
Sure.
Um,
What's going on beneath
but
the surface of
what's
Predator?
going on beneath the surface? But yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good.
I thought it
Like,
was yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was like
you know,
just a fun action movie. Yeah,
I yeah, I wasn't expecting like a Coen Brothers movie or something like that. You
yeah.
know
I
what I
wasn't
mean? Like
expecting. I wasn't expecting anything
I know.
crazy.
I wasn't like expecting to be like moved by this movie, you know. But I did some research, and there was a lot of one native casting, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
That they like didn't fucking Hollywood it up, which normally happens. And then there was a lot of like consultants on it too that were not in the movie to make sure that it was as realistic as an alien hunting people in 1719 could be. And I thought that was pretty neat. Like, and I also like that the protagonist's brother, Naru's brother, that dude
Sabu.
was working at like that's like his first. This is like his first movie, and he was working at like a
Really?
TJ Maxx before this. Yeah, and he did a great
Wow.
job.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my God.
agree. He did really good.
Tabe, I loved him. Loved.
He was awesome.
So handsome.
The
And
dog stole the show.
oh,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
okay, now let's talk about that. Let's
Son.
talk about that. As soon as I saw that dog on screen,
Oh yeah.
I panicked because he was so cute. And I was like, this sweet little dude, he's gonna die. Like I was so
Yes.
certain. So like that's one of the things I was trying to explain to my friend Ashley, like, how would you rate the movie and like what are the things that you're taking into consideration when you rate a movie? And I was telling
Dog
her like,
cuteness is up there.
well, one of the things that you need is like, okay, so sure, there's some great action in this, but like, what's the story and what are the stakes? Am I invested? Because like one of the things with this movie is like, okay, as soon as it starts, we know that Naru is going to kill the predator. Like you know that that's going to happen. As soon as you meet Tabit, you're like, he's going to die. He's going to die protecting his sister. We know
Yeah,
this,
like
right? Now the dog was the wild card, right? Because you're like, maybe this dog doesn't die, but that's how they would really fuck me up. So like he probably is going to die. And when
yeah.
he got caught in that little trap,
Like
I
right off the bat too.
Right off the
I
rip. Yeah, literally.
but you know what? I was devastated. I was relieved to see it was just his little paw and that he bounced back quickly.
Okay, it wasn't his
And
paw, it was his
then
tail.
it was
Thank you.
his tail.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was his tail.
which
Yeah.
is improbable because his tail would not have set off that trap. But keep going.
Okay, yeah, that's
Maybe it was
interesting.
Yeah, improbable.
His
It was
tail, okay.
maybe it was implied that the predator put it in there.
Well, I was wondering like why she was rubbing stuff on his tail when his little paw was hurt. So like
Yeah, the
that
magic
makes sense.
goo
Didn't he,
Magic tail.
didn't
cures
he
everything.
limp away?
No.
No.
He starts
I
running
thought
right
he was
away. No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that
well,
was
then
so
that's
that was gonna be
completely
my
fine.
barometer for the movie. I was just like, well, let's see how cheap a shot they take at us here. Like killing,
Yeah.
like the immediately there was the like, oh, I'm the sexist guy, and women, yuck, pu to the ladies being on the hunt. Like, of course, that guy's gonna die.
We're not going to be long enough. We're not going to be away long enough to need you to cook.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's,
God,
like,
that
that
was
signed his death sentence. Like that
Yeah.
was just like get the Like get the Grim Reaper out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like of
Yeah,
course
yeah.
this guy's gonna get got. You know.
That guy's dead.
Well,
And
that's
then he gets got by the lion. But I
2019.
thought
You know what
he
I
still
mean?
lived though, didn't he? Didn't he live the lion attack?
I don't
Goodness
think
no.
any of
He
those
did.
people lived.
No,
lived the
no,
lion
not the
attack.
the first
You
one
guys
that
are
they
getting
found.
you guys
by
are getting people confused here. First and foremost, the original sexist guy does not go on like he is not in the tree during the lion
no,
hunt.
right,
That's the
right,
pooper.
right.
Oh.
So and then the pooper
Pooper is
goes
in the
off.
tree?
Yeah. The pooper survives and then goes off and comes back and he's there. So
I never said anything about pooper. He says squat. I gotta take a squat.
I also, who got so excited when they said scat when they found the lion poop?
I liked that. I got really
that's
excited.
Because,
Scat
the
is like my thing,
authenticity.
you know?
The
yeah,
yes.
how
That
many?
word,
Because
just love it.
the nature walks, growing up in Colorado, one of the things you learn in science, you learn how to identify scat, and that if you see poop outside, that's not poop, that's scat.
That's
That's
scat.
scat.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, scat.
So the guy was
Mhm.
scatting when he was squatting.
Zippity-bop-bop-boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo.
Popeye. Beep bop burly and a boo doo biddy. Skip skip scabbity biding bo. Okay.
That's
Oh,
pretty
All
good,
right.
good.
You guys we're gonna start we might have some clickbait for the new title for our show is watching movies with my crotchety old dad because
Too long.
I
Too long,
hated this
yeah.
movie.
You
didn't like
hated
it?
This
You
it?
hated it?
this was everything I hate about modern motion pictures. They
What?
ask us to believe too much.
Okay.
It's historically inaccurate. The Comanches were not in the northern plains. They were in the central and southern plains. By 1719, they were horse-mounted warriors. The trappers, the French trappers, they call them trappers for a reason because they used traps. They
Yeah,
didn't hunt buffalo.
Well, there was a
So
lot of traps in the movie.
yes, I
traps.
understand that. But then they show her seeing all those skinned buffalo. They were trappers. They were looking for beaver pelts, bears, that kind of thing. But they weren't hunting buffalo out on the prairie.
But that didn't seem like they were hunting them. That seemed like they were like killing them.
You know, just being dicks. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to hunt them to kill them, don't you? And the other
it
thing is,
depends on
okay,
your definition.
you have this girl who
Naru.
is a gatherer, right? That's it. That's what
When
they
did
do.
when did
That's
they
what
ever
the
That's
talk about
offensive.
a gatherer? When
What's
did
that?
they ever say that she was a
Because
I
she's
think
gatherer?
in the tent when she's talking with her mom, she's like, "You're good at so many other things,"
no,
and they're
but
talking
she
about
goes
herbs
out
and stuff,
and
which
roots for
implies that she's a gatherer.
the yams. She's picking the roots, vegetables out of the ground. That's what all the women are going and doing. That's what they did. But somehow she develops these ninja skills, fighting skills out of nowhere.
You don't think her brother was teaching her?
No, why would he? They wouldn't. It was just no way, none whatsoever.
So
Do
all
you
of
know all
those,
this
all
from
those,
your vast experience
all,
of living then?
all those times of like there was 3 separate occasions in the film where she was doing independent practice, and so your pitch or theory is that those started right then and there.
No, the independent practice of throwing a tomahawk, right? Not of hand-to-hand combat with somebody who's bigger than her, who has done that already. So she's fighting the one guy who gets killed with the little fancy mohawk,
Yeah.
and beats the hell out of him. How? It doesn't make any sense. She has
Do you
no
think
fighting experience.
do you think that the movie might have just been telling you, oh, she's actually just smarter and better than some of these people?
I guess. I mean, that's what you're going to have to assume, right?
Right.
And the whole thing with tying a rope to the tomahawk and being able to immediately bring it right
Yeah,
back to your
the
hand.
physics of that don't make
No,
a lot of sense because
not at all.
if you pulled that where it was tied, the end part, like I don't know the anatomy of a tomahawk, but like the blade would be coming at you,
Right.
right?
And then be able to
'Cause it's
grab it
heavier.
and then throw it again. And then it's just that. And then she was able to master that
She's ice
within
cold with it.
minutes.
Well, maybe she'd done that before, but just braided a new rope.
Well, no, it sure kind of seemed like it was a.
I liked how many French people died.
I
my
also
favorite part.
liked how many French
Well,
people
who
died. They
doesn't
got
love that?
massacred by that
Yeah.
guy.
But speaking of that, how is she when
Tactful move.
when after she gets away and her brother's dead and she's back at the French camp and sorry, spoiler alert, it's all over the place, right? It's movie club. It's always
Yeah.
I
spoiler
think
alert.
this is a
Yeah.
spoiler
I think we've
podcast.
already.
Yeah.
But
Spoiler cast.
so she's back at the camp rummaging around for stuff. Oh, maybe her brother's not dead by now. But
No, he's
and then
still
all of a
No,
sudden
she came
the-
back, rummaged around.
Yes.
The predator came to get her, and then her brother died.
no, but then the
Bobby was
other
getting the horse.
the one-legged Frenchy guy comes back.
Right.
He died before the brother died.
Right. But how did she not hear him sneaking up on her? Like all of a sudden she's like, oh, and he's got the gun pointed at her.
Well, he only had one leg.
Yeah, he's hopping.
You can't hear footsteps.
You can
You
hear
only hear
somebody
first-
hopping in
Yeah.
sticks.
He had one invisible
No.
foot. That means it doesn't
No
make
way.
sound.
There
But
you
that
go.
was the
That's
that
just,
was the
that's just
part
good
that
predator rules.
that was the part that actually made me laugh out loud
There
because
were a couple times where
Because-
I
because
audibly
wait,
laughed.
the French guy with his leg bleeding, and he goes and he says to her, "You have medicine." Yeah, not for a fucking leg chopped off. I mean, I got some stuff, but
Well, that guy didn't just graduate from Oxford, man. He's like some fucking like bumpkin, dude. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
there was a couple.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Eliza.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, all that stuff is totally fair, totally true. That's what tends to happen to me when I'm bored with a movie, or like, you know what I mean? When you just aren't enjoying it, so you pick it apart. I was watching it, I knew I wasn't, I didn't have a high bar for it, and so I was just kind of enjoying it, not thinking too
Yeah, I
hard
didn't
about
think too
it.
critically about like
Well, yeah,
how
so-
everything worked there.
Here's the deal. If I
Especially since
order
it
a
was an alien
Domino's
movie.
pizza,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting when I order a pizza from Domino's. I'm
Yeah.
not
Right.
like, oh man, like I don't think the umami in this meat
Sure.
lovers pizza that I got, even though I didn't eat whatever. But like, you get what I'm saying.
I don't think they
It's
cured
like-
this this pepperoni
Yeah.
themselves.
Philistines, so I think that you're just looking for things in this movie that were never supposed to be there in the first place, dude.
No,
Like
I'm
it's
just saying.
you're supposed to see people get fucked up and go, oh.
Yeah, you're
Like-
supposed to just see people get chopped and just obliterated by the predator.
I understand that,
they.
but I think first of all they could have held on to me longer if they'd have made this a different Native American tribe. The Sioux, the Blackfoot, something other than the Comanches. And then if they could have made it more plausible that she was using more of her what's the word I'm
Gathering
looking-
abilities?
What's that?
How's she gonna gather herself out of peril?
You wanted
with
to
the
like throw like a
predator?
yam at this guy or some shit? Like it's the
And that's what
predator.
I don't understand. It's just like, how does she learn to fight so well with
Luke
having never
already
fought
pro-
before?
Luke already explained this to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's showing that this individual's like what's the word that I'm looking for here? Like creativity and ingenuity is what saved her. It's not like it's not physical strength or experience
know.
per
It's
I
her
se.
know.
thinking outside the box. Yeah.
'Cause even
Okay.
Pluck,
Bobby
moxie,
said
and
that.
grit.
You're concerned. You're concerned about her beating up one of her other Native American friends, other than like the literal predator. That's what you're worried about. She
All
beat
of them.
The,
I mean,
the
the whole
alien, the
thing.
giant alien predator, the big bad of the movie.
My favorite part was when they were tied to the tree and all of the when the French guys were trying to set the trap for the predator,
All
and
of-
the guy shoots him in the head, and it just pings back in.
That was a good
Oh
one.
Yep.
my
good, yeah.
god!
I thought that was great. And then I liked when he took the shield out for the first time, and the guys all fire on him, and he blocks with the shield. They just look at each other, and then just like
They
all
start
silent.
reloading.
That was really funny. That was
That's
really
classic
funny.
comedy right there.
Yeah, it is
Classic.
classic. There were some funny parts in it for sure. But
I really, yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything like jarringly wrong with this movie, especially when you like know what the prescription is. You know,
didn't
it's
we
a
say
Predator
that
movie.
with
Elvis.
Not Elvis. I thought it was about the Marvel franchise. You're
Yeah.
getting a prescription. They're feeding you your medicine. You're fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
but
it.
Marvel movies,
Different
I think,
metaphor.
are even, yeah. Well, yeah. I have a lot of questions. Not to just can I ask a few? Because one of the things is, as you guys know, I've only seen that one other Predator movie. I haven't seen the original. So I was trying to figure out some of the Predator's skills and capabilities. So it seems like it can see heat, body
Mhm.
Yes.
heat.
It's got
It
thermo
seems
goggles.
like it has like a little laser that will like he can be like a little what's it called?
Heat
I should,
seeking, kind of like
Homing,
yeah,
homing,
homing. Yeah,
what are
laser
the a
guided.
sniper like kind of like he has like sniper
yeah, like a laser
functionality.
He
sight.
has a sight.
He seemed incredibly strong. He seemed I guess I'm also assuming that the predator is male. Um but yeah, so he seemed incredibly strong. It seemed like he could rehabilitate himself and heal himself.
He had
He
medicine.
can go invisible.
Did he?
He can
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's
He
a
was
scene
juicing
where
himself right
he's
before the
putting
Oh
fight.
yeah,
medicine
yeah,
on,
yeah.
and then she's
he was
putting her
like
medicine on.
yeah, he was like healing up his leg. His blood glows in the dark.
Hmm.
Which is cool.
There's
I like
spaceships.
that.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot going on.
So
But
you
what I
know,
don't understand,
oh, go ahead.
this is my biggest question. What's he doing on Earth and why is he killing everything?
So from what I know about this one is that this is like the that was like it was like a young predator, right? And it's
Proto
trying to
Okay.
prove
predator.
itself on Earth as well.
Oh,
The same way that Naru's trying to prove herself.
interesting.
That's what
Oh.
I heard. That's what I heard.
Be-
I like
because
it.
I've only seen the original Predator with Arnold
Arnold?
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Ah,
and I don't remember that little headpiece thing. And there's a
it had a
lot of
different mask.
yeah, there's a lot of weapons that this one has that one did not. So
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like when you watch the three newer Star Wars that are set in the past, and it's like, well, wait,
There's
why do they
more
have all this?
technology
Why do they
somehow.
have all this advanced technology? Like, how did that happen? Like, was there is there like a plague or something like that
what
that wiped
happened?
out a bunch of technology or something?
Yeah,
Like,
the
what's
computer
going on?
just crashed. Y2K
The
happened
Empire
and
took over, and then everyone
Oh no,
went into poverty.
Y2K.
not Y2K.
the technology wasn't set for that zero, so
But it seemed to me like he was trying to find the um, the alpha predator of the planet because you know he
Yeah,
started with the snake
oh,
and then he went to the wolf and then he went to the bear and then it
you're
turns out
right.
because that's the slow progression and
You know
each time go ahead.
who he really should have gone after? A little thing called prejudice.
Oh my God, the greatest predator
That's
on
the
The
Earth.
greatest
Earth.
predator.
So I do have to
Uh,
say this character, the predator character, did remind me a little bit. There were several times when
sure.
I had a flash of Sugar in No Country for Old Men. Have you guys
I
seen that?
haven't seen that
I haven't
Oh,
movie,
seen that
but I'd
movie.
like
Yeah,
we
to.
might have to put that out. That might be my next suggestion. But
Okay.
basically, Sugar is a killer. I mean, and he is self-sufficient.
The guy with the
And
Dora the Explorer haircut?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
but you know, he stitches himself up. He does all these things, and oh, look, it's
Oh, hi,
the little
Scout.
predator dog.
Is Javier Bardem
Yes,
the
yes, yeah,
actor? Okay,
yeah.
I
Did he
like
play the
him.
predator?
I
Who
think he
plays the
did. Yeah,
predator?
I
I
think.
wonder.
Oh,
I don't know.
it was
Oh,
Dane
it's Tom Hanks.
DeLegro.
Tom.
It was Chris Pratt.
Did you say Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. He was better at this than he was in Elvis. I'll tell you that much.
He was
Uh,
definitely a predator somehow.
This
Nonetheless,
Dane
but,
DeLiegro looks like
so
Oscar Isaac, kind
I
of.
will
yeah, I was
say,
gonna say the same thing. A little less handsome
6'9".
Oscar Isaac.
damn.
Holy
I love
shit.
Oscar Isaac.
I will say from
Me too.
a
Goddamn, bro.
setting the scene for a Native American village and all those kinds of things and some of the costumes and you know the makeup
face,
and
like
all
all
that
of it,
was just
all the
fantastic.
accessories, all
Yeah,
the
super good.
Absolutely. And the fact they used, indigenous people as the actors, I kudos for that. Absolutely.
and
But
and they
like,
were
you
all
love to see it.
good. They were
yes,
all good because
yeah.
sometimes you see where they do that, like you know what I mean. It's just like I thought it was really well done. I really did.
And you guys are
I
really going to
agree.
get pissed off at me now, but
Oh boy.
I
Oh,
really
geez.
wish, I know it would have been a completely different movie, but I wish they'd have done it in,
Black
uh,
and white, sepia.
no, but a native language.
Oh, the whole thing. Actually, I would have been okay with that. Yeah, I would have been
I
okay
would
with
have
that too.
loved that.
I
I would have loved that as well.
A la
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto. But you know what?
Yeah.
I saw on Hulu, there's a way you can watch it in Comanche.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's got
that'd
Oh.
be
Comanche
cool.
with English subtitles, but I didn't click that. But
That's cool.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
glad
I
I
like
didn't
that. I
because
like
there's
that.
no way these people were Comanches. But anyway, go on.
That's so interesting. Yeah, it didn't, but I was willing. I think I was very willing to accept a lot of things. Like
I know.
I
I
was
should have been
very
too.
willing to take the easiest route.
I would have enjoyed the movie more if I had done that. But
What would you
Yeah.
do
and
if
it's
you
like,
got a comment from like
Well,
a
I
history
mean,
professor that said, actually, movie was the most accurate representation of the Comanche during that time?
and he
that's
throws a
Really?
pie in your
so.
face too.
Who?
I'm just saying, like, what if like a history professor did that? What would you do?
It's a
Oh,
high
what
five.
if?
I would challenge his ass.
Or
And then he'd
her
be like,
ass.
what are your qualifications?
Yeah.
I'd say I'm
Oh,
Comanche.
and then they
But I'm
say,
not.
No,
oh,
we're
respiratory
not.
therapist. Okay, see you later, buddy.
See you
Hey,
later.
hey.
How about when
the
I'm
Native
struggling to
Americans
breathe,
had
you talk to me
lungs.
then, huh?
What's that?
I'm struggling right now. This
I'm
conversation.
always struggling.
I
But anyway,
I would have watched. Oh, sorry, Dad. I was just
No.
gonna say I would have watched a whole story just about the tribe
Yeah,
without the
same.
predator. Even that's how
Yeah, it was
that's
interesting.
how much I was just enjoying
The predator could have
seeing
been just that
that
lion.
representation. Yeah, I honestly would have watched that, and I would love it. I think
And-
the Predator, if anything, it made it like cheesy. And I did not like, I'll be honest, one of the things that took me out of it every time is when they showed it's like heat vision.
Oh, really?
Because the technology versus like the time and setting we were in was such a stark contrast that like it felt goofy to me personally, but it like went by so quickly. It's kind of like, oh, okay. But I don't know. I
okay, I
found
don't.
that weird.
Now I'm gonna criticize something else.
Oh,
The,
thank
the
goodness.
On
CGI
the bear?
on the bear was
That was awful. It's pretty bad.
horrendous.
Yeah.
It was just
Eh.
laughable.
Really?
But I do.
They ran
Yes.
out of budget.
You didn't think that?
I
It
watched
was-
it on
it
my
was
phone on the
subpar.
plane,
Oh
so I
God!
don't
Here you
think
go.
I
Yeah, no,
had.
it was bad.
So
I
it looked
don't
great.
think-
It looked
honestly,
amazing.
yeah, it
And
really
was
did look.
stellar.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
The
I
bear
would
just
never have guessed. Yeah, I
How
never
many
would have
CGI
guessed.
bears have we had in film?
Well,
Revenant.
Paddington.
Is the
was
Revenant?
one.
Paddington.
Is
The
the
Revenant-
Revenant
The
a
Revenant
CGI
is.
bear?
I think so. Some of it is. Yes.
I thought it was they cut a bunch of different things to where like some of it is like
Yes,
people
but-
operating a big
yes,
old bear puppet.
in the Revenant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
Revenant's
I
so
know.
good.
Paddington was better than this bear.
Well, Paddington is amazing.
I
so
mean,
that's
Paddington is
not,
one of
not
the
fair.
best. Paddington's perfect.
Paddington's been the best movie we've watched. Though.
Keep holding every movie up to Paddington standards.
Yeah.
Paddington 2
Because
standards
it's too high.
it's
Paddington
just too
2
high.
is really
Too
just
high,
like
Dad.
So
you
we have to
gotta.
I don't know.
pretend like
I'm
Paddington
sorry.
didn't
Like the
I
all-time
forgot.
greatest
I
movie.
forgot. I forgot. You're right. You're right.
The tour de
it's
force.
not fair. It's not fair.
It would
But
be like comparing
But yes, that
a
was bad.
nuclear bomb
And I couldn't
to
really
a
tell if the wolf
slingshot.
was CGI.
fair, totally
I
true.
couldn't tell if the wolf was CGI, but I think that was a cut between a real wolf and a
I
fake wolf.
I think so too. Yeah, I hope they didn't gut a real wolf for the movie. Which
Oh.
What do you think
I
about the
don't think they
Predators?
got- I don't think
Predator
they did.
CGI.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I thought it was fine, but like also
I
then
also
I
thought it
saw
was
a
good.
behind the scenes shot of its costume, just the prosthetics, and I was
Yes.
like, I don't think it needed much more CGI on top of it. The prosthetics were so good.
I saw
Yeah.
something where it said that they the face, that there was a whole robotics and mechanical opening of the mouth and everything, but then
Yeah.
in the end they decided to go CGI on that, which I mean that's fine. I thought that was fantastic. I thought the illustrations and the computer graphics on that was fantastic. I didn't
Probably
have
where
any.
most of the budget went.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it would have to,
Honestly,
right?
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, imagine if the bear looked ultra real and the predator looked like Yoda from episode 6. You'd be like,
Right.
what's the deal? This bear looks
Right.
like Paddington, and now
Yoda
No, the
from
Predator
episode 6.
I don't know which one episode 6 is, but I'll believe you guys.
That's
It's
Return
like
of
the
Jedi.
Yoda puppet where he's like
Oh,
on
I like
Luke's
the
back.
puppet. I
Or when
like
he's on-
Yoda
This is like
puppet.
Empire Strikes Back when Luke Skywalker is running through the forest with Yoda on the back.
I like that.
dead ass look in its eyes. It's like
Yeah, right.
So cute. All the strings.
Yeah.
just
Terrible.
like, oh my
But
God.
yeah, you're
So
right. I mean,
we've had all right. So we've had Alien versus Predator, right?
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, I
Predator
forgot
versus
about
Arnold
that.
Schwarzenegger, Predator
Predator.
versus the Comanche.
Predator
Who
in
in
Colorado.
your guys' like mind, whoever they can go up against anybody. Who would you like to see Predator fight?
Predator versus Sugar.
Yeah, I think Predator versus Prejudice is. I think you.
I'd like to see
It's a pretty good one.
Predator versus Rocky.
Yeah.
In a
I
boxing
think
match, though?
Rocky would
Imagine
die
imagine a scenario, right,
immediately.
where the Predator planet is in a Cold War with the Earth planet, and they get into the ring, right?
The Earth planet.
And the Earth planet. I mean, what the Earth non-planet, the non-planet Earth. Okay, yeah, but they're in a Cold War together, right? Rocky gets in the ring with Predator. They duke it out. Rocky wins, ends the Cold War.
I would watch that.
I'd watch that.
What about like?
the Predator over here. I'm gonna get him.
Yo, Adrian, I beat the Predator.
It's the Predator.
Oh my God, the Rocky. I just am not. It's just not for me.
I mean, I don't. Is it for anybody? Those movies suck, dude.
What do you mean?
Rocky?
The
Rocky
original Rocky won an Oscar.
The original Rocky was fantastic.
Yeah,
He
I love
didn't
that
even
one.
win.
Have you
He
seen it?
didn't win. The loser. No, I actually haven't.
Doesn't he lose?
No, you should watch
I
it.
probably should.
I
The
actually like
original
the one
Rocky-
with
I've seen it.
Was it?
I'm not
The-
watching Citizen Kane either. That movie. It's
Oh
like
my
black and white.
God.
I'm not gonna watch that.
Guys, let's
Mr.
just
T.
try to watch. What I will say is like, maybe this food was a little bit like movie junk food, but darn it, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, I mean,
I
I
mean,
thought it was
look-
a fun movie.
Anyone who says a Tostino's pizza roll tastes bad is a fucking liar.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're full of shit.
that's all I know.
Amen.
You guys gotta understand. I'm getting old. I don't want to spend my
Getting
time
old?
watching bad movies.
What do you mean?
This is
No.
a
When was the
bad
last time
movie.
When was
It's
the
not a
last time
bad
you had a
movie.
Tostino's pizza roll?
I don't know.
This is kind of like a neutral.
I feel like a
movie because
bad movie is like
Good day.
Aquaman, the first one.
Oh my God,
No,
that's
that's-
like I had to
That's a
turn that
bad
off.
movie.
Like I could not take that movie seriously. If
It was
I
so
was
bad.
in that movie,
This-
if I was Nicole Kidman, I would have sued. I really would
Yeah.
have. Like, been like,
I would have
you're-
too.
You tell
You're
me to I
ruining
put
me.
on this
Yes.
suit, and this is what.
I haven't even
This is what
watched
you
it.
guys
Why?
got.
Why would she have
Dude.
sued?
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Oh
if you
my
watch
God.
Aquaman, brace yourself.
So-
it may be the worst thing I've ever seen.
I dare you,
di-
Dad.
the-
I dare
the-
you to watch 20 minutes of Aquaman. I really,
I
really
wanted
do.
to I would have
Oh,
rather
God.
violently shat my pants for 2 hours than watch that movie.
I was on
I
a
would-
plane, and that was my only option, and I stopped watching
Oh
it.
God. Yeah.
Wait,
That's
didn't
how
we
bad
say
it
this
is.
at some point about something being the only option you would watch on a?
And
What movie was that?
I don't know. Maybe Elvis.
If it was my only option, I would watch it.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my God.
Not the first Aquaman. There's
Please
so
watch
much
Aquaman.
dialogue. There's so
Yeah.
much dialogue in that movie that has like
In
the
Aquaman?
cadence of a joke, but it isn't actually a joke. Like
Yeah.
it's like a lot
So
of like
bad.
check please kind of dialogue, and it just fucking sucks. Like
It's so bad.
If someone wanted government secrets and they wanted to squeeze them out of me, they would tie me to a chair and just play Aquaman. I'd give it to them with the first 5 minutes.
I would rather be walled up in an old abandoned mine than watch that movie. Like,
Oh my
like
God.
seriously. Like
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I would rather
Okay.
throw Lola into a volcano. Like
Me too.
Jesus.
yeah.
Hey.
No
Let's
offense.
toss her in there.
Oh
Chuck
my
too.
god.
I'd
Okay.
take Chuck out
Now I
quick.
have to watch it. Now I
It's
have to
really
watch
no.
it.
I mean, at
You're
least
not
try
gonna get
it.
through
Yeah,
it.
sure.
All right. Next week,
No, there's
I'm gonna
no
watch next week as a teaser for us. I'm gonna watch the first 20 minutes of Aquaman, the first one, right? Or,
If you can
The
get
first
through
one,
it,
yeah.
The
dude.
first one, I don't.
This
It
only- I don't
definitely
think they
didn't
ever
get
made another one.
renewed.
Like
No.
for fuck's sake.
So one
man.
time when I was on the ship, right? Someone in the lounge was like, "Hey, it's movie time. We're gonna set up a movie." I was like, "Oh, sweet. What movie are we watching?" And they had Aquaman playing, and I was like, "No."
Sink
said-
the ship,
I
man,
went
at
in and
that
I was like,
point.
"Hey, man, this is like a community TV. You can't be playing this on here."
Yeah,
No,
that's
like,
not.
that-
This is very
what, you
triggering.
can't-
And he
for
was
some
like,
people.
No,
You can't commit a war crime, dude. Like,
this
come
is my
on.
favorite movie. And I was like, "This is your
No.
favorite movie?"
Oh my
Arrest
god.
him. Lock him
No,
up.
he has no
I
hope.
actually
bread
had-
water diet.
I
Is he
reported him to the chain of
Slender
command.
Man? Like,
He got NJP. He got kicked out of the Navy for that one.
Good,
Thank
as
God.
he should. My God.
Mhm.
You
Like,
need to have
well, he's putting
the
the-
Navy
putting the
at
country in
sea.
jeopardy.
Sorry.
I mean, you
Sorry, Eliza. I'm sorry, Eliza.
It's too
No.
freaking funny.
No, just that. For
I haven't laughed this
someone-
hard in a long time.
It's so bad.
I'm
Well, wait till
really
you watch
excited for you to-
Aquaman. You're gonna be laughing
You're
yourself
gonna
right to
hate
the
it.
grave.
Oh my god, let's watch a trailer.
No,
No.
no.
I
No,
refuse. I
because
do not
The
consent to
trailer,
that.
the trailer is gaslighting. It's like the
It's-
trailer. They have
like,
a
in a-
beautiful
okay.
trailer, so you think it's
In
going
a
to be
world where this
epic.
movie is
okay,
good.
okay.
Like,
Let's get back to Prey.
If we hypothetically had a guest that was like, "Oh, well, let's watch Aquaman," they'd be banned forever from the podcast.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I never pray that someone has a brain aneurysm, but I'm getting pretty close. Like,
Oh my god. No kidding.
Okay.
Woo wee.
So speaking of rewatchability on this one, I literally had to watch it again to make sure that I realized it was as bad as it was. So I watched this twice.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Only
Yikes.
rewatchability because I just wanted to confirm all the things that I thought that were bad about it were really bad. So rewatchability one time for me. I won't need to watch it again.
Okay.
I would probably not ever put this movie on again. Not because
No,
I
yeah, I
didn't
wouldn't put it
enjoy
on.
it,
I
but
didn't
just
do it.
I was like, okay, I saw it, But if somebody was watching it and I like walked into the room and I felt like sitting down, like sure, I'd watch it again.
It's got
I-
a rewatchability score of 1 for me. Yeah.
I really
I-
did like Naru. Oh, sorry, just real quick. I really did
Go
like
ahead.
Naru's when she would jump off a tree, when she would like launch
Oh
it,
yeah,
like,
when she kicked it,
run
dude, I like
up to a
that.
tree and then kick herself off. Yeah, okay, but
yeah, that was
it
cool.
was
really
fun.
neat.
It was
was fun.
original.
I want to do that now.
I
Probably break her
understand,
leg.
but
Me
how
too.
did she learn to do that?
Well,
Picking
her
roots.
dad.
How she
now
learned
her
to kick
dad's
off a
not
tree?
around.
Bro, she was probably experimenting. I know, like, when I was a kid, I was kicking myself off the jungle gym.
Yeah.
What kind of logic is that, too? Nobody could just kick themselves off a tree. You need to be in the black ops to be able to do that. Like, you need intensive
Seriously.
training. Like, get a job, man. Like,
And think about how
All
much
right.
free time she had on her hands.
She did
If you had-
free time.
What do you mean? Yeah, you have infinite free time when you don't have a job,
They had
9
a
to
job
5.
digging roots and
bro.
foraging.
No, there was
Again
no
with this
like
gathering thing.
time constraint though. It's like, hey, just get enough food for today. We're good.
Because we have jobs, right? But then we have all this time where we're not doing our jobs and we're watching TV and
Mhm.
talking to each other and
Doing podcasts.
where we could be
Doing all this
kicking
stuff.
off
We
a
could
tree.
be
Watching
tomahawking.
Aquaman.
if we've been if we've been spending
bad.
all of our time throwing a tomahawk at a tree back and forth, you don't think you'd get pretty okay at that?
Well, it's like haven't haven't
there's
we
no
had like
distractions
that?
really.
Haven't we had
Okay.
that like hypothetical conversation to where like if a wealthy dowager of sorts gave you all your living expenses, paid you the wage that you're making now and for a year, the only thing you had to do was learn how to play the saxophone
Yeah.
confidently,
How's
you
that
would
going?
absolutely be able to do it.
I'm learning how to play the harmonica.
Dad,
It's
Yep.
pretty
that was really good.
unexpected, actually.
Yeah,
Honestly,
good.
that's like
that
the
was
harmonica
that was
version of Wipeout.
a good 10 out
I
of
can do
10.
the scales.
Let's hear them.
A 1, a 2, a you know
A
what
1,
to do.
2, 3, 4.
Oh god. There it goes.
I was close.
That was pretty
No,
good.
the
that
hell?
actually.
that was great, Dad. You really learned it.
That
That
really
was
took
good
me
for the
back
audio
to.
only viewers.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
I
Ah.
really did think that was great, Dad. I
All
love
right.
it.
Thank you. Thank you for the
And-
I
encouragement,
did
Eliza.
too. I thought
Absolutely.
it was great.
Sarcasm over here. And I don't know about down here.
Well,
Pointing at-
Anyway, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like a 2. This is the lowest rating I've ever given any movie. So sorry. Thumbs down for me.
Fair
Just
enough.
wait till you watch Aquaman.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
This
yeah, it's
movie,
gonna be
this
like
movie,
it's gonna
I'm
be
not
a-
even
it's gonna be
kidding.
a negative
Is a
6.
10 compared to Aquaman. It's a 10. If the only two movies you watched were Aquaman and this, you'd be like,
God,
oh my
you know
god.
what? Maybe if we
Fuck,
introduce
I watched
Aquaman,
Prey 800 times.
if we introduce Aquaman and ever have to rate it, I think we'd have to adjust our scoring system to be more like an MPS score. Where it's like you can get like a positive 10 or a negative 10. You know what I mean? And
Hey.
that would be helpful.
Yeah.
While we're talking about movies, I would highly recommend a movie called The Lives of Others. It's a German movie.
Save it for the club.
Okay.
Save it for the club.
Okay.
No,
save it for
I'm
the club.
joking. No, I'm sorry, Dad. I was
What's
No,
just
The
it
Lives of
about?
Others.
Please
If you
continue.
get a chance to see it, you should watch it. It's really intriguing and very good.
Can you say the name again?
The Lives of
Eliza's
Others.
others.
Eliza's Others. No, The Lives of Others.
Gotcha.
Eliza's druthers. Got it.
Eliza's
yeah.
brothers.
Eliza's brothers.
Perfect.
A couple of jerks.
Oh,
one of them
adorable.
One of them can't grow facial hair. Looks
So
like
rude.
Aquaman.
Damn.
I wish.
Wait.
God.
Yeah, actually, that was like the
Aquaman
one
can
redeeming
definitely-
part about that was that Khal Drogo was in there.
Khal
Jason
Drogo.
Momoa.
They gave him too many lines though.
Oh, too much dialogue.
Too much
Isn't he the
dialogue.
lead?
Yeah, I still think too much.
Not a good sign. Not a good. Like they gave the lead too many lines.
I mean, think about how many lines Khal Drogo had, and like that was like a great performance in my opinion.
They gave
Let
the
that
lead-
man act his
Sorry.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi,
Hey
Lisa.
Lisa.
thing
What
I
up,
love
Lisa?
most About this whole endeavor is all of this laughter.
But it's just
Oh
okay. What's
my
everybody
God.
else's number ranking?
I give it a 5. It's very neutral for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mine's a
five.
5
It wasn't
too.
bad. It
Okay.
wasn't great.
Fine.
Rewatchability-
fair.
Find it offensive.
Zero.
Yeah. It
I-
wasn't.
I-
I
I saw
give
what
it
I
like
needed
a
to
thumb. This whatever. I think.
So,
but like,
Eliza, I will tell you this: that
what?
I had to watch this again to make sure it was as bad as I thought. Guess what
Okay.
movie I didn't do that for?
Paddington.
The Power of the Dog. I thought about doing that, and I thought, oh no, that's really as bad as I'm going to subject myself to that.
Is that
You
is
know-
that the movie
you know how
like the
some
Pixar
movies-
movie where you see how the dogs are living when the people leave?
No.
Oh,
No, that's
The
oh my god,
Secret
no,
Life of
that's Secret
Pets.
Life of Pets, and that's so good.
haven't
Maybe
seen
that'll
that.
be my
So
next pick.
good. Love
Oh.
love that movie.
You guys know
Love
those movies
stuff.
that are like so bad that they're good, kind of like The Room type deal.
Like The Room, yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Thank you,
Aquaman
Les.
wasn't like that. It was like so
No.
bad. It was so bad. It was like
Sorry.
awful.
I can't
So-
even
So
believe
you have to go watch it,
It-
right
I will watch
after
it.
this.
I will watch it.
It
And
made
I'm
me
gonna
sick
give
to
you
my
a-
stomach.
I'm going to tell you how
Um,
far I can get into it, and if I forget it.
I
Whew.
did want to say, wasn't that dog a? Wait, you guys, we were supposed to do 5
Oh yeah.
Ding,
Well,
ding.
that was a rewatchability. Oh yeah. Okay, I give
So
it 5 bear traps out of 10.
Okay, 5 out of 10 bear traps for
Bear
Luke. Atticus,
Bear
It's a solid 5 bear traps out of 10.
5 out of 10 bear traps. Okay, I would say mine is 5. Ooh, 5 braided tomahawks.
I knew you
Yeah,
were gonna
one.
pick
I'm
that.
gonna give it 1 tomahawk.
Oh, I have a question. What do you guys think about how they set up everything, like about how she was gonna beat the predator throughout the movie? Because
So
they gave you the
That's pretty
orange
good.
flower, they gave you the pit, they
yes,
gave you the tomahawk.
so there's a little apocalypto-ish in how she's encountered things, and it's her territory, and so she was able to get him into,
Yeah,
So that, yeah, that was,
I thought that was very good,
I
actually.
thought
I
it was good
really
too.
do.
Yeah.
I like that.
Good setup.
I really do.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I thought that was great, and they really didn't hit you over the head with it.
Hmm.
yeah,
It was subtle enough that you're like, oh,
yeah.
totally. Yes, it turns your blood cold. If it turns your blood cold, then you can't. Yeah, totally. So I liked it.
Don't even get me started on that bullshit.
It's true. That flower does that. I
Okay.
know.
It
It was
slows.
part.
It slows his blood.
It was part of
I'm
my
eating
What the
some
nuclear
hell?
right
power
now.
Slows his
training.
blood. Anyway,
Who's that for next week? What are we watching next week? Atticus?
I
I think it's me.
I do think it's you.
And Dad, I just put the trailer into the chat there.
Oh.
The movie is Mind Game.
Oh my
Oh.
God, I love this. Is
Hold
this
on.
with Jason Bateman?
Jason.
No,
Bateman.
if you can believe it, it's animated.
Oh,
I mean,
no way.
Jason
We
Bateman
put-
might be in it.
I thought we put a hold on the cartoons.
Oh my God! It's Jason Bourne.
I don't remember that at all.
It's not a
Because-
cartoon, Eliza.
It's not a cartoon.
It's actually a multimedia project. There is
Oh,
animated stuff
God.
in it. Then there's also
Okay.
real life. This
It's like
this
Roger
movie.
Rabbit.
Who framed
Robert
Roger
Rabbit.
Rabbit?
Roger
Oh
Rabbit.
my God, cancel Mind Game. We should watch that. It's so good.
Oh my God, stop it, you pervert.
Okay, are we ready? Okay, here we go.
Mind game.
俺とこそ結婚してや
You're kidding me. Oh.
みおんちゃん俺今でもみおんちゃんのこと大好きや
結婚するかもしれへん。
ラジオ撮ってますあんなかきしまくぞ俺はかっこ悪いししょうがないよ
男の子
おもろないし
そのうち消えてまうから。あんた何が欲しい？
やかましい 僕死んだんですか Yes!
Oh my God.
I think this
coming
one
soon.
looks cool.
Buckle up,
the
gang.
art style looks so sick.
It's
my God.
ridiculous.
It looks,
Yeah.
it looks
It's a lot.
crazy.
It's a lot.
It's giving me everything everywhere all at once vibes, but just animated.
It's like it's a lot of like it's attributed a lot of the like modern animation stuff that's come out. Like it usually goes back to this movie. Like a lot of the
Whoa.
surrealist stuff that happens in animation now, this was one of the first ones that got like all of that stuff going. Like Pendleton Ward from Adventure Time cites this movie as a huge inspiration.
Nice.
Rebecca Sugar and Ian Jones Cordy, two like big people at Cartoon Network, Steven Universe, like
Yeah.
OKKO, they cite this movie a lot as being very inspirational. So it's really, really good. It's insane, but it's really good.
Okay.
It looks great.
Well, I mean, I would expect nothing less from you, so let's buckle up. What are you talking, Dad?
Dad's pretending that his mic is muted.
That's good
Sorry.
acting.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think it's fair that everybody gets to offer up their movies, and no
That's the whole
offense,
point.
no offense, but Millennium Actress, never would have seen it, loved it.
Yeah.
Some of the Gods, never would have
Never would've
watched it.
seen it. Loved
I
it.
liked it. So it's A Waking Life. All he's just Paddington 2, never would have watched it.
Loved it.
I
Still
like
the
that
best
we
movie
all
we've
kind of
ever
have our
Love it.
own little. We have our own little like interesting movies that we
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It's cool because you get a sense of what everybody's watching when they're on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is
So
really
fair
fun.
warning.
Dad's watching
I have not
10,000-year-old movies.
I've not seen this movie in probably 7 years.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Luke, had you seen Prey before you recommended it? No. Okay.
This was like a. I heard good things.
I wonder if we should. I mean, I think I'm going to start trying to go down that road because I'm recommending movies that I've seen, and I think I should challenge myself to watch to recommend movies that I haven't seen.
I'm up
'cause
for either.
I think
kinda
it's
like
I'm
fr-
up for
well,
either
for me.
as well.
I think it's fresh for me to do that because it's yeah, I already have preconceived ideas, but like the Straight Story, it had been a while since I'd seen it, so
I
it was
never ever would have seen that movie, and I loved it.
yeah,
I liked it. It was
I mean,
good.
it was so
Best-
boring, but I loved it. You know what I mean?
so boring, but it was so good.
Movies don't need to be exciting. Yep, I
I was
agree.
trying to explain
And
to
that movie proves
Ashley, like, I was like, "You've got to watch this movie." She's like, "What's it about?"
It's about a guy driving his tractor down a
Old
road.
man
Like,
who drives his lawnmower from Iowa to Wisconsin to make amends with his brother. She's like,
In real time, it feels.
How long was this movie?
The
Oh, this
movie
was
is
run-
6
runtime
months long.
also, campaign to do a challenge to see. Like, maybe we should do a month where we try to watch the worst movies imaginable. Like, we
Oh,
watch
God.
just like
That'd
the
be fun.
lowest rated movies.
Aquaman.
Just roast them.
Shoot,
Kick
you
it
beat
off
me.
with Aquaman.
Yeah.
Picking it off with the worst movie.
After that,
we could
Citizen
do a movie randomizer.
Oh, that
For-
could be fun.
do
A
a
month.
movie roulette. I'm into that. No Adam
Okay.
Sandler movies.
What?
No Adam
I'm just
Sandler.
joking.
What about
What is-
Uncut? Oh,
Have
actually,
you seen Uncut Gems?
I have seen. Uncut
No,
Gems.
I haven't seen it.
I-
It's supposed to be good though.
I like Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it.
Okay.
But anyway, all right, folks, that's it
Yeah.
for this edition of
Mother
Prey.
crab.
Our review of Prey and
Movie
Movie
Club.
Club. Is everybody good for next week?
Yeah.
Couscous,
Yeah.
when are you moving?
That Monday and Tuesday, but I should be okay. I should be all right
Okay.
to do it.
Well, if you have to
Just
adjust
don't
it,
get
let
them.
us know because
Yeah.
you've got
I'll try and let you know as early
guys-
as possible.
yeah,
but
you
I
guys-
should be
I'm
okay.
willing to
Yep.
work.
you have big plans. So that'll be that. All right, that's it. Hey, folks, if you're watching, if anybody's watching, please subscribe and like. That'll be
Everybody.
please somebody. Somebody,
Please.
please, for God, love of God.
Let's
watch
start
it.
Even if
every podcast
you're
with
just
begging
trying to
people
steal our
watch.
information.
Yeah.
We'll
Even if you're
literally-
just trying to put malware onto our computer, it's fine. Just do it. Like
Just come
All right,
on.
that's it.